So Chris, a 1-0 loss against the cup champions Víkingur. How did you rate the match?
Yeah, of course it was a challenging game. I think the first half was definitely a more even game than the second. I felt the first half was a really good battle between two good teams. Second half, I felt they were able to take the game over for a little bit, but you saw we really stuck with it. And in the end, I think in our locker room at least, we're disappointed that we weren't able to get at least a point from the game. Albeit I'm sure they might laugh at me for that. But when you're 1-0 with 10 minutes left and you have one or two openings, I think that sometimes against good teams, that's where you need to get to. We did that tonight, but we didn't. We just didn't quite get over the line at the end to get something from the game.
Playing against one of the best teams in Iceland, you must be happy though that you put up such a great fight.
I don't know. I think that's the problem with, at least the problem for our team in the past has been that we're just happy to fight against teams that are in theory better than us. I think that's something I've tried to change in the team, especially this season, or at least this pre-season. I don't want to just be happy to turn up here and compete. I know that there's the scale of the task. I know, of course, they're a good team and I've got a lot of respect for them. But at the same time, I've also got a lot of respect for the guys I've got in the locker room and I know what's possible. So I think that in general, we're disappointed today with the result. There's elements of our performance we can be happy with, but we didn't turn up here just to take part and have a nice day out kind of thing. We've been here before, we've lost here before, so we came today to try and win and yeah, we didn't do it, but we came with that intention.
How have you rated the team's pre-season so far?
Up and down, to be honest. I think when you look at our games we've played against, when we've been able to field a full team, we probably played too many games in a short space of time, so it's been pretty wild to try and fit in 4 or 5 games in the space of a few weeks in pre-season. You can imagine the guys just aren't really ready to play that many minutes. But when we fielded a full team, which has basically been against the best league teams, I think you've seen we've been highly competitive, but I want to be a little bit careful to sound too happy about that because that kind of goes against or contradicts what I've just said, which is I don't want to just turn up and compete with them. I want to turn up and try and beat them. And I've tried to tell the guys that that's what we're trying to do, and I think they've tried to do that too. We haven't done that in any of the 3 games. We've just got 2 points. But in general, of course, there's progress. We're not just turning up. We're not coming and losing heavily. We're coming and trying to win, and maybe I should be happy with that.
There's been some changes to the squad. You lost 2 key players and Kjartan and Luke Ray. Are you disappointed to lose those players?
No, not at all. Delighted. I think that's as coaches and also in the club what we're trying to do. We're trying to give not just young players but players with potential and opportunity to play. And of course, the objective of that is we're not stupid. They're not going to stay in Grotta their whole lives if they play well. And I think as a club we've actually tried to actively help them move at the right time and to the right place. Of course, it wasn't just Kjartan and Luke. We're also really happy that Benjamin, who played with us last year, moved to Germany to quite a high level there. And also Jon Ivan, of course, who was in goal for us last year, albeit on a free transfer, moved to Fylkir. So I think we were really proud of that. And then it's just a case of carrying it on. When one door closes, someone walks out of one, of course another opens. And hopefully the guys who have come in are ready to walk through that door.
They're going to play in the top division. Do you think they're going to do well there?
Yeah, sure. I've got a lot of belief in those guys. I am really great characters, great boys. Obviously, I've worked for them a long time, so yeah, I'll be watching their games for sure, unless we play against them, and then I'll probably be telling them that they're rubbish. But when we're not playing against them, hopefully we don't too much, then yeah, I'll be supporting them all the way.
It was a big day yesterday for you guys. You signed three new players. You must be pretty happy about that.
Yeah, sure. Again, I think we had a pretty clear plan what we were going to do in this transfer window. We weren't going to go on. We're not able to obviously go and sign like a 50 million player or something like this. We need to work with what we've got. We need to search for players smartly, give certain young guys an opportunity, and then of course find maybe bargains where other people aren't ready to take them. And we feel like we've done that. I think we're really excited by the squad we've got, and now it's all about how good that squad can become. I think you can see tonight. Of course, not bad. But of course, there's now 6, 7, 8 months that we're going to work together and play together. So I'm excited to see how every player develops. That's everyone from Aaron down to Tommy. I don't really care about their age. I think they can all get better, and I think we can get better as a team. And let's see if we can get there over the next weeks.
Peter Theodore wasn't in the squad today. Do you know how long it is until he plays again?
I wouldn't say I got a completely precise end date. I think it's almost just you've got to be cautious and take it day by day and week by week. But his progress has been good. I think with any injury like this, you've got to be cautious. But he was running yesterday along with Christopher Melstead, who also did his or injured his ACL last year in our first game. So the two of them are back on the field running. I think they look good. To be fair, Peter's never been able to run very well, so he's just good at headers. So I can't really judge him by how he's running around the field, but all signs are good, and he just now needs to continue his recovery, and I think everyone will be delighted when he's back on the pitch.
You mentioned Tommy before. He's born in 2007. Do you think you've got a special player there?
He's a very good player, like many of the players in the team, and he's fantastic attitude, and of course has lots and lots of talent. But I would say that talent is only what he makes it now. So of course I'm excited to watch him play. I'm excited to watch many of them play. But I also think they can all improve, and he's no different. He's obviously just starting his football journey, and it's a case of him now really cracking on and making sure that he doesn't, again, just turn up and play these games and look good in moments. He turns up and plays these games and is one of, if not the best player on the pitch. And I don't think he needs to wait another 3 or 4 years to do that. I think he can do that now.
Finally, there were some rumours about your future after last season. Were you ever really close to leaving Grótta?
I'm not sure. I think, of course, also I'm here for work in Iceland, and I came here in the first place to, of course, work in Grótta in a different role, and now I've become head coach. And of course, I'm not from Iceland, so there's always the at least thought about maybe going back to the UK or going to Germany or elsewhere where I've been before and spent time. I think that's just natural. I think if you were working in another country as a journalist, there'd always be that kind of temptation or something going on in the background where someone might be asking you, oh, what are you doing now, or are you coming back? And I think always you would pursue that simply because you maybe know those people and you're at home. So I think the thing is now I'm here, I'm really focused, I'm working really hard, and I really enjoy being here in Grótta and also in Iceland. And I'm just excited now to focus on the football season and see some sunlight as well.
Yeah, the sun is coming up, so you must be excited.
Please. Thank you,
Chris, and good luck for the season.